Always fun when Luka and Book play against each other. But look at this. After struggling 2 years ago, the Mavs were awesome in the clutch last year. And now the Suns, they have a similar pattern. They really bobbled last year, and then they're dominating in the clutch this year. So the game won't tip off for another 4 hours, but we can battle it out right now, right? We have got dueling breakdowns here. Representing the Phoenix Suns will be Kendrick Perkins, and taking the Dallas Mavericks will be Shanae Ogwumike.
Let's get to it. It's time once again to go one-on-one, big bro versus little sis. So you're going to take the Suns. I will take the Mavs. Now, who, Perk, are you trusting more in clutch time?
Well, I mean, the guy who's been one of the clutch guy in the league this year, tied with Nikola Jokic, you know his name. It's Kevin Durant. Here's why. Now, roll the tape. I used to sit in that practice facility and watch Kevin Durant work out with Brian Keefe and get to these type of spots right here. Yes, he practiced these shots. A happy Kevin Durant. Tied for first place with Jokic in clutch buckets. This is what the Phoenix Suns need out of Kevin Durant. This is a happy Kevin Durant.
Okay, so clearly you're giving love to KD, but I want you to take a listen to this because this is what KD actually said about clutch time and one of his former teammates.
I always thought Kyrie was a master level player. It's been like that for me the last 10 years.
Oh, Kyrie Irving of the Mavs.
I see what you did.
Showing him some love. He said the last 10 years. How about last season? Kyrie, we all know he's one of the biggest shot makers in NBA history. Y'all remember 2016? But look at what Kyrie did. So in this game, the game was tied. Less than 3 seconds left. You literally have Luka Doncic on the floor who led the league in scoring last year. Instead, you can go to Kyrie. Look, with the left hand. Mavs clutch scoring leader. Come on, man. With the left. It's not just shooting with your right at clutch time. So
that's pretty impressive.
Okay, thank you. So now that we've checked off clutch time, who are you looking at when it comes to new additions that make a mark for their squad?
Hey, Wendy, what did Phoenix struggle with last year?
Fourth quarter.
What else did they need to help them in the fourth quarter?
Point guard.
And guess who they went out and got this year? A guy by the name of Tyus Jones, okay, who's second in the league for his assist to turnover ratio. Look at him right here, picking his spots, knowing, okay, I see my guy going to help on Kevin Durant. I'm going to give a cut, nice little shovel pass to Devin Booker for the knockdown three. This is why you bring a game manager in like Tyus Jones.
Hey, Wendy, what did the Mavs miss when it came to the NBA Finals?
Three-point shooting.
And what did they add? Klay Thompson, one of the all-time greatest three-point shooters. Look at this. Luka's so good. They just have to simply spread and space the floor. He draws two. Look how much room Klay has. I mean, this is cash money. This is what I call, as our producer Hunkus loves, a 2024 layup, that type of open three. So, yes, I feel like Malika, Perk, I feel like I always win.
You guys were asking Wendy, but I got excited. I felt like I had the answers too. All right, Suns Mavs. It's just the first game in our ESPN doubleheader tonight. The home team Mavs, they're currently 2.5-point favorites. Close one. And then in the second game, LeBron James and the Lakers, they are 7.5-point favorites against Paul George and the 76ers here. Remember, no Joel Embiid. And now, no Tyrese Maxey in this one as well. But you bet that Ryan Ruocco is on the call for that Lakers-Sixers game, and he is joining us now. It is so good, as always, to have you in studio with us, Ryan.
I'm going to start just using you, saying you bet,
like
dubbing over my call.
Don't tempt me with a good time, Ryan.
Have that on the desk with
Let's talk a little bit about the Lakers, if we could here, because the last time that they were across the street playing in Los Angeles, they were a 3-0 team, and then they go on the road, and they have a 1-4 road trip here, culminating in J.J. Redick calling out essentially the entire team, except for LeBron James, for a lack of hustle here. So what is it that the Lakers can do to get this back on track?
Well, you know how like in baseball, when the manager calls out the team, they say it's usually when the ace is going the next day? Well, in this case, it's when you're getting Anthony Davis back, you're home, and you're playing a beat-up 1-6 Sixers team. Like, that really just might be the right recipe for the Lakers to get back on track. But then the other thing I think, even though D'Angelo Russell is not necessarily someone we look at and say, wow, you know, that's the picture of resilience. When I see D'Angelo Russell, I think grit. If you look at his career, he has been someone who responds. Think about the way his career started in L.A., the way he resurrected it in Brooklyn. Even think about last year. He got off to a really rough start, Then AD and LeBron kind of said, hey, we need you to be more aggressive.
Yeah.
Last 40-plus games, he averaged more than 21 points, 43% from three, and they started winning. I wouldn't be surprised. He was the one person who I thought JJ kind of individually called out after the other night. I wouldn't be surprised if he responds either, because he does have a history of it. He did. Yeah, he did.
I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm gonna. It's a must-win game. The Lakers have to win this game. I mean, it's November, but if you're gonna, they're so beat up. They don't have Maxey. You got to win this game. You're coming home. You just had lost 4 out of 5. You got to win this game. If you don't win this game, how can you build any momentum?
Well, it's going to be hard. One, they're going to have to dig deep to actually win this game, and I know they're going against a short-handed Philadelphia 76ers team, but you got to think about it. When you're coming home after a road trip and you've got to get adjusted to time, they only had a day in between. We don't know. The energy has to be there. And again, it's going to have to start with Anthony Davis. He should have another one of those AD moments that we've been witnessing all season long, and that's greatness offensively. But I expect big things because I think J.J. Redick is going to go to Cam Reddish a little bit more. So that's going to help them out a lot defensively. But again, you're right. The Lakers, this is a must-win.
Perk, I have a follow-up question. Who is your MVP right now? I know it's early, but who's your MVP?
My MVP right now is Kevin Durant.
Oh, okay, so but is AD probably number 2?
Yeah, he's on the list.
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, it's hard to say that it's a must-win game, but it feels like when you are going up against a squad like that, if you lose, you're at rock bottom. And sometimes that resets you, but there's no reason with the talent and the way that these guys are playing.
Here's something else. LeBron really hit the gas in Memphis the other night. Like, he felt like he needed to really go hard in that game. I'm not sure in November LeBron's going to be able to do that multiple games in a row. So if AD is able to play, which he's probable, AD's got to deliver tonight too, and Russell's got to deliver tonight. They need to play a good game and not